Now we have a next speaker, Dr. Karin Lehmann. Please, you have the floor, madam. She comes from Heringsdorf, from Germany, from the land of Mecklenburg in western Pomerania. And her activity has been linked to a municipal company which is working in arts, health and tourism of health tourism in particular. She will tell us about the first therapeutic and curative forest of Europe, and in particular what this forest can do as a natural therapeutic environment. She's president of the marine resorts and of the European Committee of Marine Resorts.
Of forest. I'm very glad to be here in Girona, and I give you some informations about our new project, an important project. It's the first indication-based treatment for children in Heringsdorf cure and healing forest. I will give you an example on the practical application of forest therapy. The title of this project is Getting Out, or Why Being Outdoors Makes Children Healthy and Happy. In the forest, there are things you could like about for years lying in the mosses. I think this quotation of Franz Kafka is a good start for my presentation. Ich muss weiter, sorry. And here you can see the 3 royal resorts on the island of Usedom, Baltic Sea resort with a long tradition. Here you can see the beach, the sea, and the forest. It's a good combination. Now, a few facts about Heringsdorf. We are the largest seaside health resort on the German Baltic coast, approximately 9,000 inhabitants. In 2018, we had 483,000 guest arrivals and 2 million overnight stays. Average duration of stay approximately 5 days. And we have 8 unique selling points. White stone, free sandy beach on the Pomeranian Bay, island shared by 2 countries, Poland and Germany. We have the largest seaside resort on German Baltic coast, the largest promenade in Europe, the oldest pier and the longest pier in continental Europe, and a special stimulative climate to combination of sea and forest air. And last, brand new, the first cure and healing forest in Europe since 2017. And now some informations about the Green Forest Pharmacy by the Sea for children. Getting out. One thing was clearly One thing was clearly evident from the evaluation of the use of the first cure and healing forest in Heringsdorf. There is extremely high demand for developing and utilizing the health potential of the forest, especially in promoting the health of our children. Why being outdoors makes children healthy and happy. The triple resort of Heringsdorf, Ahlbeck and Banzin on the island of Usedom is leveraging regenerative power of the forest to promote health with its first cure and healing forest in Europe. The regional and international interest in this project is enormous. After 2 years successful experience with the healing forest, something has become very clear. Healing forests are special spaces for everyone, whether sick or healthy. And there is increased demand for qualification in the subject of child health. The range of children's diseases is subject to dramatic change. 100 years ago, then mumps or diphtheria, now over 30% of our children suffer from anthropogenic sleep disorders. Physical activities has fallen by 27% in the last 12 years. The motor skills of today's children are 10% worse than they were 40 years ago. One child in 20 has a depressive disorder. Overweight, diabetes, increase in orthopedic disorders, the feet, eye problems. Over half of our forest groups were not in a position to walk confidently over a balance beam, and so on and so on. Children have other health problems at an early age, illnesses that cannot simply be inoculated or injected away. In addition, our fast-moving world is increasingly eliminating an indispensable source of relaxation, the movement. In response of this alarming health trends, the project First Children's Health Forest in Europe was developed with financial support from the federal state of Mecklenburg Vorpommern. Total amount 130,000. And now, welcome to the Heringsdorf Children's Forest. The therapeutic forest locations for children here is very important. The stately beech trees, the fir trees, the forest clearings, the rolling topography, the special coastal forest climate, forest and sea, and following aspects played a role in determining the location of the stations in the children's healing forest. Accessibility and visual clarity, national barriers, potential of disturbance, and topography. For the landscape were important soothing landscape features such as light clusters or the scent of pines on the pines, the invigorating landscape features, the rolling topography or mossy areas, and life elements, maybe individual trees and paths. And a good position is the natural hollow at a historic place. Here you can see the picture of this historical place. The main development goals of the children's healing and forest stations are promotion and development of movement components, development of motor and coordination skills, promotion or development, psychical abilities, weight reduction, rehabilitation of orthopedic diseases, promotion and development of concentration or memory, respiratory of eye muscles, interaction within the group. When determining the layout of the near natural children's healing forest stations, the use of natural building materials was preferred over apparatus, such as tree trunks used as bridges, tree trunks as feeling tubes or seating stones, grassy parks, and so on. And here you can see an overview of our forest paths with stations. And the children's healings forest is divided in 5 functional areas. The first, the establishment of a welcome zone with informations about the healing forest stations, the focusing and sensory perception were hearing, touching, seeing, tasting or smelling, and introduction of the movement area geared to orthopedic and motor treatments with therapy and play equipment. The communication zone promotes interaction with each other, and the tranquility and creative zone for relaxation and creative design. And here the overview of the natural circular paths: welcome, communication, movement, and creative. And some pictures from the welcome zone. Here the shield-friendly welcome board and wriggle through obstacles. Some, for instance, the sensory forest, focusing and awareness of senses, with specific practice exercises under pines, or focusing exercises for strengthening and blood circulation of the eye muscles, smelling and tasting, movement and coordination. Along the forest trail, a range of therapeutic and playground apparatus is provided, and indication-based training and relaxation of individual and complete body muscle groups. Here can you see some pictures up and down the stepways, for instance, and balancing of logs, hanging of bars, target practice with pine cones, tranquility and communication, pick a stick with branches, tonal tree trunk, or creative table. And tranquility and communication with a tree trunk pick-up sticks as a central meeting point, which stimulates sitting, climbing, seesaws, and features and mossy areas for feeling and lying, with a view of the forest canopy created by the 150 years old beech trees, lying in moss. At last, due to the wide ranges of its beneficial effects, a health and healing forest is especially suitable to help treat a present-day health problems of our children. Ladies and gentlemen, that's why we need the forest for children. Thank you very much.